works nicely too, though.
Wow, frosting 3. No notes.
Nutmeg's at 3.5, but it works nicely. Oh, shut up.
When you build, you gotta innovate, integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate.
Look at us on the roof.
No, it ain't a thing. I built my lane and I'm just started. Taking all the
that's
chances,
my
let them know that I am all in. Hey, this ain't lemonade. Welcome to my show where we share the game. I be on the road, getting gains. Tipping on my toes while I'm switching lanes. Working through the snow, working through the pain. Even as a kid, see, I let it bang. Even as a kid, see, I let it bang. We was only 16 and we did our thing. Flash 15 and what I got to say. I'm rolling with the team and we here to stay. Find me on the beat when I innovate. There'll be heck of leaves on my dinner plate. Sipping on my tea, put me on a plane. I be on me. When you build, you gotta innovate. Integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate. When you build, you gotta innovate. Integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did you hear that, or was that my computer?
No, it's
What's
your
up?
computer.
Welcome to TMA, folks. It's the Cantaloupe episode. Linda and Sam, take it away.
What's going on, everybody? What's up, Linda?
Hey, how are you? How are you, Daniel? How is
I'm
everybody?
Good. How are y'all?
I'm doing good.
I'm okay.
Got to see my puppy today.
Yes, Sam's sick. Linda's getting a new puppy.
In about
Life's
a couple
normal.
weeks. Yeah,
He's super cute. Boy.
he's a boy. Yeah, it's a boy.
He's a good
Declan.
boy.
His whole name is Clover Creeks. He's a lucky charm.
Sounds like a
Minus the
porn
M.
star name.
Clover Creeks.
Yeah,
Clover Creek is the name of the breeder
charm.
at the farm.
Oh,
So for registered, it just so like it can be under her name, like her farm name. So she asked people to put the Clover Creek in front of. I think it's cute.
yeah.
Declan. Ariana was going to be a Declan if she turned out to be a boy. So
What was your other gender name? What would you have been if you were going to be born the opposite gender? Because if I would have been a Trisha,
I have no
which
idea.
is wild.
I don't think my parents gave us
My girl name is Wild. I don't think
Patricia. Would you say
that-
Trisha?
No, just Trish. Trisha.
Oh,
That fits you.
I don't think my parents ever told me. They don't
Well,
care.
anyways. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna. I can't taste very well tonight, so I think we're gonna skip the collab at the end of the recipe or at the end of the episode, and kind of just talk about recipes tonight, because I'm not feeling good. Linda and I we'll probably try and come up with something during the week. She's also limited on what cantaloupe she has as well, but we'll figure something out just for this week. But we can go over last week's recipe real quick if you wanted to throw that up, Daniel.
Good. How are y'all?
And this is, again, just very basic. I mixed it up. We decided to change things around quite a bit. Excuse me. Last week's mix had candied blueberry flavora in it. We went like a white chocolate nutmeg route, or nutmeg nougat route. Nougat is what I meant to say, but
Yeah, I feel like that didn't work out what we were going for.
no, I was like between the white chocolate and then the nut was too obscure. The peach, everything was just kind of wrong. It was like plasticky and kind of medicinal and weird. It just didn't.
Yeah, that blueberry I really thought was going to work, but I think you have to use it really low as an accent. Like it really can't be like a main player, or like an actual blueberry. But I mixed it with Ultimate Blueberry and I really liked it.
I'm sure. I bet Ultimate Blueberry does a bunch of the heavy lifting in that, though. In that pairing.
Kind of fills it in, like makes it more,
We were filling it in with peach, and that just didn't quite work.
No.
I don't hate the peach aspect, but we ended up. Is the recipe up yet?
No, but I can get it up.
Oh, I said. Pay attention. I already said that.
No, sorry.
It's all good. So we ended up doing this today, and I mixed it up, and then lost my ability to taste anything.
What is it called?
Just blue. I sent it to you. It's blueberry collab. It's in chat.
It's in chat? Oh.
In our
it's
chat.
Right there. You it's at the top, Daniel.
It's in our chat, but yeah.
It's
All
at the
right, I'll
top. Yeah, right there.
Do.
So that's where we ended up going. Is it not?
No. You had it, Daniel. It was right at the top of that page.
Oh, sorry. Blueberry collab.
That's all right. I might have
Thought it was a
mumbled.
couple days ago. It is on the screen, sorry.
No, we did it today. Okay. So do you want to talk about that, Linda? What we ended up deciding?
Yeah, so we
I think the only thing we
switched.
kept was nutmeg.
Yeah. So the blueberry muffin, I've never single flavor tested that. Actually, I've never mixed with it. So not quite. So that's just blueberries, right? We switched the peach. I feel like, well, because we were gonna use flavor our blueberry muffin. So I thought blueberry peach, like chunks of peach, but so I've never tried the Filabora. But I think it's like with the love and the frosting and the nutmeg, I feel like it's just going to give it a nice, sweet. I wonder if we should have used Purulum
What?
instead of Capella.
Oh, frosting?
No, for the sweetener.
Oh, why?
I don't know, just because it super sweet has like sometimes that aftertaste if you're mixing it with like the white chocolate, like the love, but
No, I don't get that.
the frosting. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I did not get to mix this up because I had a pretty busy day. And was running last minute. Huh?
I think the only thing, it's like it definitely is going to need time. I mixed it up today too earlier. The peach is quite forward, not like forward, but it's like forward over the blueberry.
Mm-hmm.
That blueberry muffin doesn't have any muffin to it. It's just a really good. It's like the blueberry is taken out of a muffin.
Yeah.
The frosting and the love in there. That's a combo I haven't messed around with, but those are definitely that love is a steeper. So,
Mm-hmm.
Doing sort of like taking the nougat out and doing more of like a creamy kind of frosting vibe thing. I'm not getting a lot of spice off of it either. But it's not bad. I think it's definitely more so in the right direction. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll have 2 collab recipes to talk about.
Yeah, the way the other one went,
it just went so bad, and then our weeks were busy enough that we didn't get around to getting to this. So we might V2 this one as well. Who knows? But
yeah, yep.
I think this one's definitely a step. It's definitely a different peach, and that peach works nicely with that. I do like that yellow peach in the ultimate, but I don't mind having switched it either. So
Yeah, this is my favorite peach. I think. Oh well.
I just want more of that. Like I was thinking like, like the kids' oatmeals that have the little bananas or the blueberries or the peaches and cream ones,
Mm-hmm.
the little single packets, but it's like those little sugared fake peaches. That's kind of what I was wanting. I don't know if that's even possible with the peach flavor. I think that might like nectarine or something might have done that better.
Yeah.
I don't know, or apricot. You know, I'm not sure, but either way, it's good.
Yeah.
We'll reapproach it again later this week.
Yeah. Looking forward to mixing that up.
So I guess last week you went first on your recipe. I guess I get to do mine first this week.
You do.
Daniel.
Cantaloupe Fresca Cream 2 is up now.
Creme two?
Ooh,
Okay.
Yorgotino.
So I had to change this. I had a totally different thing going, and then I ended up thinking, you know, I have the flavors. So we opened up this week to you guys if you wanted to play along. So you didn't have to do the creams and everything but the fruit pairing. You didn't have to stick to what the chart said. You still have to follow the rules for like using the different columns, but you didn't have to do a pine nut yogurt, you know, tequila or whatever it was. So I ended up doing that. I used like black honey tobacco TFA with it, and it wasn't bad or anything. I went like cantaloupe and TFA honeydew, and it was really the weird pairing of like sweet candied melons with like this like natural honey and like a clove spice that it was just kind of like a weird imbalance. So I just totally rewrote the recipe and went a different direction. So I did cantaloupe flavora at 2, cucumber mint flavor west at 2, lemonade clear vape train at 3, flavora moscato at 0.65, sparkling strawberry at 4 wonder flavors, and then yogurtino and awera at 1, which is a strawberry yogurt.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
Yep, that's a strawberry yogurt. So it's like a strawberry yogurt. So I really want to like put this away. I've tested it. I'm gonna hit it again here in a sec, but I really want to try this again after I can taste things better, because it seems to be. It's not like punchy in flavor. Like there's a good amount of flavor to this, but it's like very nuanced, and I'm having trouble picking out those nuances with like
I'm interested in that
with my sickness. So that yogurtino, the goal with it at 1% there is to blend into. So the strawberry sparkling lemonade clear moscato is kind of like my sangria or like my mimosa, sort of, not mimosa, but like my sparkling wine base. Little, you know, cucumber mint flavor west is more mint than it is cucumber, but it's got that little touch that works really well with melons. And then the flavora cantaloupe is really nice and juicy and natural. And then a touch of yogurtino in there just to bring like a little bit of cream, like you got it at a coffee shop and they blended, you know, some sort of like a sweet cream or like a yogurt into it. And it feels like it's blended really nicely. Like I said, I think this is the nuances of this. I'm losing a lot of that to me being sick. Because I can get a semblance of what it should taste like, but like the yogurt works in there really nicely. It's not overly creamy and yogurty. There's just like a touch of that in there, it seems like. But
so that's a Greek yogurt.
It's got a nice tang to it.
So you could use it for
I like 2%.
With like Wonder Flavors cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really
I want to get that somehow.
That'd be really good. I got it direct.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hear all.
I got a fun little picture on it.
Oh yeah. I'm not trying to hear ordering direct.
Like this has like a drink cup. So it's like a strawberry yogurt.
Yeah, I thought it was a drink.
Yeah. It's definitely like a yogurty milkshake. Strawberry. Like it's got that nice sour, like a real strawberries kind of.
Yeah.
So it's a good flavor. And I was nice because the Moscato is my wine, and then I was able to hit the mint and the wine and the yogurt and kind of not have to detour off the chart very far, which was nice. And definitely I like it better for sure. I'm using that sparkling strawberry a lot. Such a good flavor. There's like a little bite on the end of this, like a carbonation, which is nice. And with the lemonade clear, Both of those are like
I love that flavor.
very, very fizzy flavors. It's not like overly lemonade-y. It's just a nice lemon flavor. Lemon
Yep.
soda. It's not like a Sprite necessarily. I think, right? It's more like a kind of like a Sprite, but more like just a lemon Sprite.
Lemon Sprite, yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Touch of lime
Well-
in there. I think they make one now. I think they make a Sprite lemon. Anyways.
Do you know they have Oreo Coke?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't understand.
It's sugar free though. It's not that good.
Understand the point in doing chocolate vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
But all right, Linda.
Sugar free chocolate vanilla Coke at that.
Yeah. Gross. So it's already got that nasty taste from it being diet or sugar
Right.
free.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Yeah, so like Diet Coke, yeah.
which already inherently tastes gross, and then add cocoa and vanilla. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Linda, cantaloupe,
Yes.
melon, carpaccio is up now.
Carpaccio. I'm not quite sure
Carpaccio.
how to say that. Carpaccio.
Car-
Yeah.
What is it?
So
Yeah, carpaccio.
there's a link there. You don't have to click it or whatever. It's off a real recipe that I found. Disclaimer, I've never mixed with melons. Like I mixed with watermelon, but not like cantaloupe type flavors or mixed melons. So this was definitely a big challenge for me. So this is like a layer of in real life it's a layer of melons and watermelon, and then topped with a key lime pistachio yogurt. But I'm really sick of using yogurt, so I took advantage of being able to use other things. So this is creme de la creme SSA at 1, key lime natural flavor west at 1.5, pistachio flavora at 0.75, strawberry mint SSA at 0.5, super sweet at 0.5, ultimate watermelon flavor jungle at 3, vanilla gelato Italian wonder flavors at 1.5, and wild melon flavora at 1.5. So wild melon to me is cantaloupe forward. It's definitely a mix, but when I single flavor tested it, I definitely got that mix. So I used that for my cantaloupe, and then took the ultimate watermelon because that's so fresh, and like if you look at a picture of this real dessert or whatever.
I've been showing it, Linda.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's on screen.
Okay, yeah, I see it. So those worked really well together, and kind of it's very flavorful, like the wild melon with the ultimate watermelon. Kind of juicy and just like fresh and melony. And even with the ultimate watermelon, I get a mix of melons. I don't get just straight watermelon from that. The strawberry mint, that's the only natural mint I have. So I figured that it's very light on strawberry, and at 1/2, you really only get just like a hint of that like fresh mint. And for my key lime base and the pistachio, the key lime and the creme de la creme and the vanilla gelato. So the vanilla gelato and the creme de la creme being like the cream as opposed to the yogurt. And then the pistachio just gives it that nice nutty, it's a pretty fresh pistachio flavor. I think it was, I probably could have used TPA, but I got like a dry, salty, real pistachio off Flavora.
Yeah, it's like one of the most natural ones.
Yeah, and I figured with like the fresh fruit and the key lime and stuff, it kind of sticks out. It's good. I don't get the saltiness as if I like single flavor tested it. I really need to get another mint because that's the only one I have. But it's not bad.
Hold on. That's the only mint you have is strawberry mint?
I have like spearmints and like candy mints.
Oh, like
I need to get
you don't
garden
have
mint.
like leafy mints.
No, like I need to get garden mint and
We'll talk. Yeah, SSA is pretty much where you want to go, but a Sleepers Innerwear has some crazy stuff too. But
You don't have to go like leafy mint when you're doing these things. Like a touch of spearmint isn't gonna harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I just they're
You're just not gonna get that like slight leafy bite. Yeah, you're right, but I mean, it's still also like,
yeah. I mean,
it's
it's not a bad flavor, and since I was using fruits, I mean, if I was gonna make a chocolate mint, I'd be screwed unless
I remember one of the first mixes I was looking back on it like a long time ago that I made for a friend or something like that. It was like a bunch of watermelons and strawberries, and then I put like creme de menthe in it because they wanted mint. And they liked it. So you can just fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird, but I get what because I keep grabbing for that garden mint SSA too. That cucumber mint's pretty natural. It's spearminty, but it's like a natural spearmint.
Yeah. See, like I'd like to pick that up too, because that would be something I could use. But all in all, this is pretty fruity, and then it's just that creme de la creme by SSA. Like I need to get 120 mils of it because it's really good.
You get a lot of vanilla like creaminess between that and the gelato.
It's not like smash you in the face vanilla, but it's a nice like soft. I'm sick of using yogurt. Like I think I've made a couple of yogurt mixes, so yeah, it's nice.
I felt on the collab throwing almond in there. I was like, I guess.
Yeah. The key lime goes really nice with the melons. Yeah. That creme de la creme though it's got a nice touch of vanilla, but it's just like this thick, like cream. It's good. Nice thick cream. Kind of reminds me of Cornish cream, but Cornish cream is more on like the whipped creamy, Cool Whip type side. And this is like it's almost like clotted cream, kind of is how I describe it. Not in taste, but like the thickness of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is my cantaloupe mix.
Oh, it's really good, Linda.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
And she's, not really cheating. There's cantaloupe in wild melon. It's a mixed melon. So, and then paired it with, brought out the watermelon with that. So, I mean, that's not, cantaloupe doesn't have to be your main note. Once I really kind of stepped back and thought about it, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was this week, but also opening up the rules helped. We had Buster played along this week. Thank you, Buster.
Yes.
Got 2 recipes. Did you want to throw a coconut smoothie first, Daniel? We'll talk about that.
Whoops, I clicked the lassie. And Cantaloupe Smoothie by Buster Bell is up. Hokey pokey.
Right, ooh, this is interesting. 6% TFA cantaloupe. Frozen yogurt wonder flavors at 2. Gingerbread cap at 3. Hokey pokey ice cream BTA at 3.5. Red grape wine at SSA at 0.25. Super sweet at 0.5 and sweet lime noms at 1. This is purely a case of mix and see, also a legitimate recipe based on the list. Really good, like really, really good. Pretty weird, not sure how to describe it. Very melony with a squirt of lime tang, alcohol wine note with a slither of grape, ginger, and a creamy soup that's more yogurt than ice cream. Soup is a good description as all the flavors combine and complement each other in a rather tasty and refreshing smoothie. This is a win. No changes required. Mix and enjoy. Wow.
What does hokey pokey ice cream taste like?
Is that toffee?
Yeah, I thought it was toffee. Let's go find out.
Yeah, go find it. I'm not logged in on ELR. So
it has low ratings, but it's good. Purchase from Noms. Gaza says toffee top concentrate. Someone has their cap blocks. A mild, sweet, fairly thin white vanilla ice cream with some really mild hints of caramel and toffee from Frunkster. So yeah, it's definitely seems like a toffee kind of sweet and strong toffee followed by a sweet medium thick cream. Yeah. But it's a good one. I don't know why it has 3. I'm not gonna say it's perfect and it's amazing, but I definitely think it's one of those slept on flavors. I would give it like a solid 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Yeah, like honeycomb ice cream. Sounds good.
Oh yeah. Yep. This definitely
very interesting. I'm glad you liked it. I'm not a big fan of TFA cantaloupe. From what I remember, Although I don't remember a whole hell of a lot other than that, or the red grape, but you have it really low, like probably at like the perfect percentage.
Mm-hmm.
That looks super interestingly weird, and the fact that you loved it is even better. So
Yeah.
that's the most important part. I really don't know what to say about that. I'd have to mix that. I don't know if I have the hokey pokey ice cream. I don't think I do though.
I don't either. Oh, I don't have.
I have like the other. I think don't they have a toffee ice cream too? I have
Yeah.
that one. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's why I was like, what is the point of this? I think they're very similar actually. Actually, I think hokey pokey ice cream might be the toffee ice cream, and it was name changed.
Oh.
Yeah. So Eddie brought up something in chat here saying he wishes he had some of the middle sections to take part. So if you look at the rules on the Facebook page, I think one of the last rules does say that if you don't have nuts, if you don't have any boozes, Fiddy doesn't like mixing boozes. So if you don't like certain things, like you can still play along. We still encourage people to play along and hashtag the recipes and just say that in your notes. Be like, I don't have any nut flavorings to even try, but I wanted to play along. We don't care. We want you to play along and we want you to have fun and just really like utilize more than, 2 fruits. If you're really showing that you're like using the chart and getting inspiration from it and playing along in a fun way, we don't really care.
Because that's what it's all about. Is
That's
just
really what, yeah.
pushing
100%.
yourself and pushing boundaries and mixing things that you wouldn't normally mix. Like that's my huge thing,
Like if you really just said, ooh, like next week, ooh, cherry and peanut butter smell really good together, and then maybe I'll throw in, some vanilla or something, and because if you say I want to challenge myself to the rules straight on, then we'll be like, haha, no cheating. But at the same time, it's like, who cares? We don't care. We just want you to challenge yourself and have fun and play along. So yeah, and that's another thing, CJ. We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's do Buster's other recipe real quick.
It is currently
You
up
wanna
on
go
the
over that?
screen.
And that is Cantaloupe coconut lassi.
Yeah, lassie. But it don't have
All
no
right.
lassie.
Just waiting for my phone to load. Okay, so Cantaloupe Coconut Lassi by Buster Bell. Cantaloupe cap at 3, cinnamon FA at 1/4, creamy Greek yogurt Mullenberry at 3, desiccated coconut BTA at 2.50,
Yeah.
honey VSO at 1/2, lemon juicy jungle flavors at 1/4, nutmeg VSO at 1/2, super sweet purulum at 1/2, and ultimate coconut milk flavor jungle at 2. Lassi is an Indian yogurt based beverage. This was created as an open recipe with no restrictions other than the main and the pear for flavor components for TMA 8. Main cantaloupe pear lemon. This is similar to my other cantaloupe recipe, but perhaps a little more syrupy and a bit more liqueur-like. The spices are fairly subtle, but do linger on after. Coconut still seems to be a bit light for my liking, but maybe it is right as it does linger along with the spices, so it's present. Very much an after-dinner treat when you retire to the hammock to enjoy a sunset. This on the remix, no restrictions would be banging with pineapple. This too is another win, particularly as not previously have been interested in melon. No change required other than the adaptation to add the pineapple. This looks really good. I'm missing things. Oh, I'm missing literally everything except super sweet.
If you can get the pineapple lassi from Mullenberry, because that's you if you can, or and Buster, because you're saying pineapple. That's a really good like twangy pineapple cream that would probably work really well in this kind of a profile. But yeah, that looks very, very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Glad you enjoyed everything you mixed this week too.
The cinnamon and the nutmeg, that's good to get those both in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, pineapple lassi.
Yeah, try it with pineapple.
So good.
Coconut milk, pineapple lassi, Greek yogurt, cantaloupe, coconut.
Before it's gone.
You got like You've got 8 flavors already, 2, 4, 6. But I mean, you know, for yourself, who cares? You know, throw it in there. But
Yeah, looks
or take
good.
this. I don't know. Looks really good. Thank you, Buster, for playing along.
And another reason why we just want you to mix and go out of your wheelhouse, because he even says, you know, he's never had an urge to mix with melons. And there you have it.
You've got cap pretty much maxed out too. I mean, 3-4%. You're not going to get a ton more flavor off that. It's very candied and syrupy, basy, but
which seems to have work. It would work well in this since it's a drink.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Very well thought out. So that's the problem, CJ. So yeah, mint's not your thing. Maybe Linda doesn't have any wine flavorings. Maybe Fidalgo doesn't like alcohol vapes at all, period. Or Linda doesn't like them at all, period. You know, so we're gonna have those recipe crossovers where, you know, you mix what you kind of want. You're going to go out of your wheelhouse a little bit, but you're not always going to go out of your wheelhouse far enough. Not everybody is going to go out of their wheelhouse far enough to give us completely varied recipes every week. I think it's a downfall of the chart as well as people's stashes. Exactly. You don't do mint, you don't do booze. So you're limiting yourself on what is available. I do everything on the list. I don't care. So I can play around, you know, freely without really worrying about that. But I also have a lot more flavors built up from, you know, twice as long of doing noted as Linda did. I have a shit ton of wine flavorings, you know, and booze flavorings and things, and I don't mind that. But I think at the end of the day, it does really just come down, I think, to like the limitations of the chart as well as people's palates and lists and palates and stashes. I'm sorry. And we were thinking of maybe tweaking the rules. We want to know what you guys feel about this. So please throw a chat up, Daniel, because we don't have a whole lot more to talk about tonight. We're not going to do a collab because I can't taste anything.
What you got?
What do you feel like so right now there's 6 columns and we require 5 out of the 6 columns to fit the rules? Yeah. What if we changed it to 4?
And get rid of one of the middle ones?
You only need one of those middle columns.
So one of the 3?
Booze, nut, or spice.
So not 2 of each. I think that would work better for people. Like
you're still going to run into those issues, I think, where, you know, everything is kind of going to be bakery leaning. We're not doing just straight fruit recipes. We said that at the beginning. That's not what we're trying to do. But you know, so there you'll have to do a spice sometimes, or you'll have to do always a nut, or, you know, if you don't like mint, you know, then, or rosemary, if you don't have any rosemaries when it's in the list, or lavenders, then, you know, maybe I should get some. You know, that's the kind of the point. We understand that, especially like 6 episodes in, 7 episodes, whatever we're at, 9 episodes in, 8 or 9 episodes in, it's just gonna be, you know, we're gonna see a lot of repeats on things. That's why when we do our collab recipe, we try to do something a little bit different than what we've seen. I thought about that this week by doing mint instead. You know, our collab recipes are also suffering from being either rum drinks or
we could also do
bad
creamy nuts, but
we could do some weird stuff like say, you know, Fiddy says spices are the hardest. You could have like to replace the spice, you could have like say the flavor that starts with the letter C, since it's cantaloupe, or something like that. Or maybe CA, make it harder, so it has to be like a candy cake.
It needs to be something that's not too fucking confusing either, you know. And
yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like,
through like consistent, so it's not like this week where we just change the rules because, and I don't know if dropping out that like we said at the beginning, the whole point is for us to learn and experiment in these flavor combinations that do involve these flavorings. So if we can go home and you can go home and make a cantaloupe mango mix.
How about
do
this?
You can also hashtag it and say that the show inspired you to do it. You know, go ahead. But like that's on the show, for the show, having those other rules and those other notes to try and build something that's more layered and more nuanced and still tastes good, you know, while learning in the process is kind of the point of the show. So we do want people to play along and be able to play along.
You could also do some
And enjoy it.
And have fun.
You could also
if we
do
made-
some where we switch to 4 columns, but you have to use one flavor that you normally don't use or normally wouldn't choose, or
So-
something like that.
You know, I could order the flavor Bible and actually get the book. That's not the same thing as what we're using. It's way more detailed, I believe. But like, yeah, then Fiddy says doing 4 is fine. You know, 4 is good. Who wants to use people? Yeah, if you want to use 5, you can. Just like if you wanted to use all 6, you totally can. I think limiting it to a fruit and the miscellaneous column is just it's not enough of a challenge, because then you could just be doing cantaloupe mango cream. You know, it's just, we want that, like, we want you to throw almond in there, or, you know, pumpkin spice or eggnog or something like that.
Do you think
know?
we
It
could
doesn't
just
have to be
add
cinnamon.
to the middle? Like,
I
with-
think I like the idea of what if we made up another column. So
or
I'm
maybe
also
we could
thinking-
double up,
I
like,
want to order that fucking book anyways. Like, I want it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get a hold of that somehow, and I can, you know, send you a picture of excerpts from that, and we can use that.
it's
don't know.
$24.99 on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, Amazon.
Yeah, it's a massive, extensive fucking thing. But yeah, Buster's right. It has to be a challenge, otherwise nothing is learned. So I think maybe we'll just do that. We'll change the rules so that you only have to use one of those 3 middle columns. We'll start with that and see how that works. And if we'll go from there, like I said, I still want to get a hold of that flavor Bible anyways, just for my own personal gratification.
And another thing is, if there's a booze on there, like there was, like I didn't have any of the boozes from whatever week it was, and I used a different type of blackberry for like a blackberry syrup for the casting.
The black currant.
Yeah, and I mean, technically it was cheating, but
Technically, it's like using a banana syrup for banana liqueur.
yeah,
Like I said, you probably just want to pick the same kind of banana, which is going to be like a candy banana, but you know, or amaretto, and using like a pistachio or a marzipan, or you know,
well, almond. I love
almond, you know,
almond amaretto worked.
or
I think
using
I've
almond
used that.
amaretto TFA.
I think I've used it twice, and I
Yeah.
love it. I love that flavor, and I'm not a booze vapor, but it's definitely I like that.
Or using like Wonder Flavors amaretto, and also counting that as your almond. Like there's that fun. That's the, you know, like that's the trick of the trade. That's the fun part of what we're doing. Why, you know, you're not wrong though about feeling like every recipe is coming out with cinnamon or nutmeg or warm spices to it. For sure, that is happening. I'm noticing that as well. I'm noticing that when we do our collabs and having to try and, you know, kind of do different things. But that's, you know, that's the fun thing of racking our brains. But you know, that's why I tried to do a 3 flavor recipe like the other week, you know, but I still built it out. But that also had cinnamon in it. So we'll start there. We'll start dropping it down to only requiring, if you want to follow the rules, 4 of the columns, 1 of the middle columns,
and miscellaneous.
florals. The florals get thrown into spices because it's spices / herbs, or sometimes they get thrown into the miscellaneous depending on, I think lavender has been in both, but rosemary, things like that, depends on what they are. Um, I also feel like if no,
You skipped right over that.
like if lavender wasn't in the herbs section, but it was in the miscellaneous section, and you like there's I feel like the chart has some typos and some errors in it as well. So like I feel like you don't have to. Why isn't that considered like a floral herb sort of thing? Like it should be, and go ahead and count it that way. Nobody's gonna, there are no winners, there are no losers, other than you who learns and has fun. So we just like to challenge ourselves with guidelines, but they're not. It's like the pirate rules or whatever, right? It's more guidelines than it is rules.
Yeah, I mean we gotta keep it challenging though.
But yeah, that's the whole point. And again, when we're done with this list, I was thinking, what if we flop it somehow, where we'll get the flavor Bible and find bakeries, and like you have to do a certain amount of like bakery notes, and then you can do one fruit, or you don't have to do a fruit, or so we'll do something, because it's not really challenging just to do something that's just pure fruit. I mean, you could fun. That'd be a different episode, I think, for us to do something like that, like an offshoot of this, but like to just really do that commercial 2-3 fruit, what
really would be good to do for like a off episode, maybe like a holiday episode, is say like the cherry one, or just any kind of combination. We make like a flavor wheel of each kind of section. So like we would put balsamic, butter, well maybe not balsamic, but we put all of it, have it spin, and then you have to add only that flavor. So you can't be like, oh I want honey, you would have to use oats because you landed on oats, and then you would have to use amaretto, etc., and then you would have to pick what yeah, go ahead.
If someone didn't have oats, or
yeah, I mean, we would make it so you could mix it. It would just be for us, like, but it would be.
So we'd have to go through and be like,
oh yeah, it would be some work.
Do we have equal amaretto flavorings? No. Do we have bourbon? Yes. Do we have brandies? No. Do we have cassis? No. Unless we cheat. Do we have?
Yeah, but we can take it from anywhere though. Like, screw the list. Just take a giant amount.
You're right. That's kind of where I think when we get like a few weeks more, and maybe I'll ask for it for Christmas, when I get this flavor Bible and get a chance to look at that, and we'll get more options, I think, from doing that. We have quite a few of the flavorings coming up over the next few weeks. Have lots of pairings to them. Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about that, especially dropping one of those middle rows. It makes me want to redo my cherry now. I want to do anyways, because I kind of cheated and just added marzipan to one of my already existing recipes. But so we'll drop it to 4. Hope everybody gets a chance to play along next week. Next week is cherry, one of my favorite profiles.
I'm psyched about cherry.
Oh, fuck.
So
I liked the recipe, but again, I kind of just cheated and remixed. I just added one flavor to something I've already mixed a bunch. So I'm gonna redo something here this week, hopefully. But so you just need a spice. You need cinnamon, clove, coriander, which there aren't really any coriander, but chai tea sort of a thing would work for that, and cardamom, coriander, allspice. Like ginger, pumpkin spice eggnog sort of thing would work fine. Lots of nut choices. Those are all good ones too. There's no pine nut or nothing in there. There's flavors for all of those: almond, hazelnut, pecan, pistachio, walnut.
So I guess since you brought, so I got the almanac up. So I got the cherry shown right now. But then the week after that is coconut. And then there's cranberry, cucumber, date. Date's going to be a hard episode for.
I have no. I have zero.
That's another thing that we need to figure out coming up, is because Linda doesn't have any dates, figs, or raisins.
And there's none at not. I mean, there's the
And she
Flora
can't.
one,
Yeah,
but
there. And I have Vape Train red dates. I have 101 sweet dates. I
She
have
don't
FA
have.
Fit. I
What about
have
Raisin
Flora
Rum?
Raisin Rum. I have all
No.
of them. No, she doesn't have any of them, and they're hard to get. You have to go like. So we might
yeah,
have to
there's
skip. We might just have to skip those, or
Do you
see
have?
if
You got to do Dragon Fruit
like-
Week.
huh?
I don't
You
know.
got to do Dragon Fruit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's fun. So you don't have Fig either. Fig is 2 weeks
I
after
am
date.
no, and they don't.
There's like 2 figs. Like what is it? Vape Trains or 101 sweet
In
figs. and
VTA,
VTA.
right?
Yeah, but
Red
wait,
dates or sweet dates.
like literally,
Or red dates.
noms or BCF. So I guess at some point I'll have to. I mean, I just never got them because I didn't think I'd ever be mixing with them. So, and now they're hard to get. So, yeah.
Yeah, but those are the couple. There's a lot of good weeks. Ooh, jackfruit. Like, what are y'all gonna do for kumquat? If you ain't got Wonder Flavors kumquat, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, kumquat's on there?
I
Kumquat
don't
is about
I have
10, like way down the line, of course. But
I don't have any of those.
kumquat,
I
it's
have a couple.
it's good. It fits its role. I like it in citrus stuff. As you can see on here, it's good with lemon and lime and stuff like that. I love it with persimmon. I didn't think that would be up here, but I love it with persimmon, pineapple, mango, lemon, lime. It's very tropical citrus is what I kind of get from it. I've never had it in real life, even though I've seen it, but it's pretty good.
Like
Fitty,
using
we're
them.
not sure what to do for those weeks because again, Linda doesn't have any of them. She doesn't have any dates. She doesn't have any figs or raisins. So, I mean, using Vape Train's red dates is kind of like a nondescript cooked plum fruit for both of those. I think would be fine, but at the same time, Linda can't really mix for those episodes, so we might have to skip them.
Or I could just.
Or I can do it. Linda can sit there and just read all the other recipes.
Yeah, I mean,
And it would, and, you know, maybe it'll just be a couple quick break weeks for her or something. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, don't not do it because of me. I just don't have them. I looked and I was gonna order at least one of one of each, but noms or BCF.
He said he can send you the medicine flower fig,
Oh,
and I have that too. Yeah.
We should go over, so like the hardest weeks for y'all is gonna be just all in general is date, fig. I thought dragon fruit, guava could be a hard one, jackfruit's gonna be hard, kumquat's gonna be hard, lychee, that's gonna be worthless.
Oh.
There's
Gonna be
nectarine, that shouldn't be hard. Passion fruit, it might be hard for Linda.
I have
Persimmon,
one or two.
persimmon, there's only 2 flavors, and one's Favora, which is delicious, and the other is Wonder
Wonder
Flavor.
flavors.
The other one is also Flavora.
Plum
Wonder
is gonna
flavor.
be hard for Linda because I know
Wonder Flavors
Sam
has a
probably has
persimmon?
plum.
I don't know if I have any plum.
Pomegranate.
I can, as the weeks go by, but I just bought my puppies.
We could also, if you guys
Yeah.
wanted to, I
There's a
have an
bunch of plum. You
idea.
probably have. No, you probably don't. What?
You could, since it's Halloween, you could take pumpkin and switch it with fig or date.
Pumpkin's not on there, huh?
Yeah, pumpkin's on there, but it's at the bottom because it's a
Oh,
pea.
is it on there?
Yeah, it's up right now. So I think y'all should switch that and then worry about it later. And that way you have a TMA themed for Halloween. And the best day to do that would be 2 weeks would be the 23rd,
Maybe the
which
28th. Well, we could. Wait, no.
you technically
30th.
could do it on
do
the
the
30th if you wanted to. I mean, we don't have to follow completely. We just have to let
What
people
episode
know.
would the 30th be? That's what, 3 weeks, 3 episodes out. So
I think that's date. Let me
cherry,
check.
coconut,
Sorry.
date.
So we were at cherry, so coconut, cranberry, cucumber, date. So it's 4
Cranberry.
weeks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the 6th of November. So cucumber you could switch, or just I would say just
No, it's not. It's 3 weeks away.
what?
Cherry, coconut, it's cranberry week.
Oh yeah, 1. 2, 3.
It's the 3. It's 3.
1,
3
2,
weeks
3.
tonight.
So yeah, but I mean, what you could do is just move down the line. So just completely, just instead of replacing it, just move cranberry to the next week kind of deal.
Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll talk.
There's
about
also tomato.
that. Yeah, we're not gonna do tomato week. That one's getting taken out.
Do you guys have rhubarb? I know Sam has deep dive.
I do.
And then quince is
And
gonna be
that's
the
one
hard.
I have.
I have
I
no
have a
clue.
shit ton of quince. I have jackfruits. I have kumquats.
Oh, I have
that's
no
where it's a thing
jackfruit.
is I have these flavorings, and I'm not worried about any of these weeks. But Linda does it, and that's again where we're kind of struggling on this. But like was it TFA jackfruit and flavor was, or
Yeah.
I don't know. We
TPA
think-
and Flavora off the top of my head make the best ones, but I love jackfruit. It's a pineapple delight.
like a pineapple dragon fruit.
Yeah, and it's
Oh, yum.
it's
That's
really,
really
potent. Like it's not a bully, but like if you add
No,
it
but
to
it's
a
a really
mix,
fun mixing, random adding fun tropical fruit shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good flavor, but
I mean, I'll look down the line and see if I make a
you might have to give up giving that puppy, Linda, and
too late.
go get some flavors.
Too late.
Well, we'll try and come up with a melon recipe over the week together. So that after I can start tasting things again.
Yeah.
No, that's
durian.
Durian, yeah.
Jackfruit is the spiky one. It's the same size as a watermelon, but it has kind of not sharp spikes all around it. It's here, I'll get a picture of it. So it's actually really delicious. In real life, it's just not the easiest to cut and eat. This is what it looks like on the outside, and then this is what it looks like inside, which is kind of pineapple-y. It's a little bit more creamier. Well, not creamier in flavor, but creamier in texture than pineapple. Pineapple has that kind of bite, but as you can see here, it's a little bit more chewy, but it's absolutely delicious. A lot of people use it as a protein substitute or whatever. I don't like it like that, but it's delicious. If you see it at your market, I recommend it. It's just it's just hard to cut, and hard to eat. Kind of looks
What's
like
that, jackfruit?
artichokes.
Oh, I was gonna say also, there is one raisin at Bowl City,
What?
the new one.
They should have raisin rum.
Wonder flavors.
Not doing it.
We'll see.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah,
we
they
will.
have raisin rum. They have raisins, wonder flavors, and then Gold Ducat has raisin. I totally forgot. It technically has raisin.
Oh, I think I have that.
You have Gold Ducat?
Oh no, I don't. I have that weird AM4A or whatever.
Oh, AM4A is awesome. So there is
Yeah.
3. And you could get weird with the Gold Ducat. I will let that pass. Anyone in chat that wants to use Gold Ducat, I'm all for.
Yeah, that's tobacco, though, right?
Yeah, durian's the one that some people think stink, some people don't. Some people it tastes sweet, some people it tastes bad. I've only smelled it, and then based off the smell, I didn't get it. Because I was like, oh, well, if it smells bad to me, I'm assuming it will taste the same. But you never know. Yeah, Raisin Rum by Favor is, I mean, not everyone likes it, and it's not for everyone, but I really like it, Linda. You could, I think, especially with how you mix with a lot of thick vanillas and creams and custards and cakes, I think you would like it, because that's where it specializes, is in desserts and tobaccos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You should get
maybe I'll try it.
I don't think we should modify the chart, because if we modify it, that means if we modify it too much, then it becomes less of a challenge. The
don't
whole
have time to
point
sit there, dude.
is not having control, you know?
Yeah.
Like it has, I think you guys should just, I think the booze people, all right, you get a pass because I understand I'm not going to go after anyone's recovery, but you nut, spice, and four people are just sissy, okay? So you have no
But
excuse
again,
except for,
yeah,
oh, I don't
if
like
bourbon
it.
or whiskey is on the list, just put in oak barrel if you got it.
I
don't
got to
know if you-
do a black
Sweet and
licorice
smoky.
episode.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have it. That you know.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, if you got it, you
No,
got
I
it.
know.
BCF sends samples, you got some. I know y'all got some SC tobaccos lying around.
Yeah, it's
Not
just because you
me.
don't like boozes doesn't mean
These-
you don't like tobaccos. You might have sweet and smoky. You might have black fire. You know, if you add a touch of fucking charred oak barrel or some do a way
Yeah.
to bend your notes to try and just put that in your notes. You know what I mean? Like if you're bending things to try and do that, you know, say that. And say that's what you're going for, and then that okay, cool, that makes sense. You know,
Yeah, you know the samples that BCF sends, sometimes they'll, like, if you order a good amount,
Oh, yeah.
they'll send you a sample. Well, back in the day, I always just said thank you for, you know, making my order and all that, and they'd add samples every now and then. It was always an SC tobacco, because that's when I think they were phasing it out and just no one was buying it, I guess. But I got so many SC tobaccos just because of that. Like part of the USA episode or this whatever episode for Noted, I think 4 or 5 flavors from SC were samples from BCF. And they weren't bad. They're just, you know, it's stuff that you probably the average Joe wouldn't mix with. But I was just like, oh, cool. And put it in. Also, there should be a tobacco episode. I'm gonna put a petition in there. Tobacco is a flavor, and you can cook with it. I guess I don't know, but
It's
just
not a fruit.
well, you know. But there's rum. Raisin and gold ducat. We can find a way. And there's cherries. There's cherry tobaccos. You know, vanilla tobaccos. You know, there's caramels in there. There's ways.
well, anyways, thank y'all for watching.
Yes, short show.
Yeah, I need to go to the ground.
That's okay though.
Join us for cherry next week.
Yeah, cherry. That'll be fun.
And maybe a couple collab recipes to go with.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get a handle on my shit this week.
As you're choking.
Yeah. I don't have much else to say. Thanks for watching, you
Yeah.
guys. See ya.
Yeah, and thank you, Buster, for playing along. And
Yeah, thank you, Buster, and thank you everybody that tried. Thought about it. Still
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you for being
thank
here.
you for being here. Yeah. Yep. Hope
Y'all have a-
everyone has a good week.
Yes.
Thank you, Daniel, for being here.
Hello.
Well, yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Love you.
Good night.
Bye. Have a good week.
Drink your tacos and eat your water.